What's up, you guys? Today we're going to be reacting to a TikToker killing his therapist.
If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Click that bell for our post notifications. Without further ado, let's get right into the video.
A TikTok star is getting a lot more attention from some new followers, law enforcement. The 20-year-old known as Mr. Prada online has been arrested, accused of killing a therapist in another state. Could this be connected to allegations of misconduct?
That's crazy. I never heard of this person.
I never heard of that person. Ever. Never seen him.
And he was accused of doing something like that? It don't even seem like he would do something like that. Like,
Right.
It looked like him.
What the heck?
What was he going through, I wonder? Looks could be deceiving, though.
That counselor, we're digging into the large-scale investigation and how something like this could happen with a licensed clinical social worker and trauma expert. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Elizabeth Milner, in for Jesse Weber. Over the last several days, rumors have been building online about an influencer whose real name is Terrion Thomas. The 20-year-old might be better known by his username Mr. Prada and has more than 4 million followers on TikTok. And I will admit, I used to watch some of his videos. Now, according to people who follow him online,
Y'all comment down below, like, what did he used to do on TikTok? I never heard of him. I never see. That's a big following, too.
Right. How you got 4 million? I never heard. I be on TikTok. I never heard of him.
Yeah, y'all let us know down below, like, what did he used to do? She talking about she even used to watch him.
Right.
Thomas has been behaving more and more erratically. For example, he posted a video of himself shaving his head, leaving little patches of hair all over. He also posted in May of last year about practicing his mugshot because this might be the year someone's going to meet God if they make him too angry. Now it's Thomas's actual mugshot that's making rounds on social media. He was detained on Tuesday in Dallas, Texas, after he fled from a traffic stop where he was spotted driving a dead man's car. And we just learned he's officially been charged with murder. So here's a timeline of what we know so far. Dr. Nicholas Abraham's body was found on Sunday, September 29th, wrapped in a tarp on the side of the road in Louisiana. Deputies say his body was hidden partially in the woods about 60 miles away from where he worked. The 69-year-old was a mental health therapist based in Baton Rouge, as well as a former Catholic priest. He also made regular appearances on Baton Rouge television. The coroner determined Dr. Abraham died from blunt force trauma as a result of homicide. Investigators in Louisiana have been working to figure out exactly where Abraham was killed. The sheriff said no weapons were found near his body, and a search of his home turned up with no clues. His roommate told deputies that Abraham said he was going to have his car cleaned and do some paperwork at his office on Saturday, but never came back. On Monday, deputies released.
Just imagine this man woke up. I don't know if he got family or not. Left his house to go do his job. And a person just took his life.
What's crazy is people be doing the strangest things that you would like never even suspect. Like,
Yeah, that was definitely sad case.
Abraham's identity. Then later that same day, an officer spotted an SUV that had a license plate that came back as stolen. When the officer tried to do a traffic stop, the driver backed the SUV into the officer's patrol car, then ran off on foot. Officials released surveillance video showing the last person known to be driving that SUV. When they posted these photos online, people immediately started making the connection between the man in the picture and Mr. Prada, saying the two looked just alike. On Tuesday, officers in Dallas, Texas were able to take Thomas into custody. He's charged with allegedly having a stolen vehicle, running from police, and now murder. So what do we know about Dr. Nicholas Abraham? Abraham's website reads, Dr. Nick specializes in addiction, substance abuse, anxiety and depression, relationship growth, adolescent and adult developmental issues, and sexual identity concerns. He has further expertise in men's health and wellness issues and is a member of the Louisiana Counseling Association. The website goes on to say that he not only has a PhD in counseling, but a master's degree in religious studies and a master's degree in theology. But the speculation around this murder mystery was whipped into frenzy when it was revealed that Abraham had been arrested in the past for allegedly touching a boy inappropriately during a counseling session. That arrest happened back in 2015. Abraham was arrested.
So how is he still working in his profession
right.
if he did this?
Because don't you have to register yourself as a sex offender?
And released on a $25,000 bond. Now, prosecutors decided not to take the case to trial. In a statement, District Attorney Hiller Moore told local affiliate WAFB, while there was probable cause for an arrest, my office had to determine if the evidence supported our burden at trial, which is proof beyond a reasonable doubt. This matter was under review by my office for approximately 2 years. After considering all available evidence, the best interests of the child, and the lack of inculpatory statements by the arrestee, we declined to institute formal charges. Many people have wondered, is it possible that the alleged victim in that case is Terrion Thomas? The attorney for Abraham in the previous case says absolutely not. So for now, the motive for the killing is still under investigation. Sherry, it's always so great to see you. You know, Mr. Prada was a really well-known content creator on TikTok. I think for many people, including myself, it was shocking to see him as a person of interest in a murder, let alone now a suspect in the murder. What's been your reaction to this case?
I think mostly shock and disbelief and what was going on? What happened? I have like a list of questions running through my mind. It's a really sad story.
And, you know, Mr. Prada, as his username was, he was pretty funny on TikTok, but what he's accused of doing is pretty horrendous. You know, stealing the therapist's car, dropping the victim off on the side of the road, fleeing to another state, and just let alone this whole murder.
Tell me, he did all of this?
I wonder how, because he looked a little skinny.
Yeah, like how did he pick that?
That man looks big.
Big, that's what I'm saying.
Going on social media to share that particular part of him, but then behind the scenes, what's going on inside of him? And was he using TikTok as a coping mechanism or a way to feel like he has some control or that people will like him? It's just so hard to say because I've never met him, but I know that he did talk some about what was going on in his mind, and at one point he alluded to being bipolar. So when I hear that, I think, again, I don't know him, but it sounds like he had some awareness that he was really struggling.
Like I like after everybody's saying all this, like, do you think like he's just gonna get off on this case and just go to like a mental facility?
That's what I was saying, because it's
Like if he was dealing with something, you know what I'm saying? If he really wasn't like in his right mind, he really was dealing with something. Do you feel it's fair if he go to a mental facility?
Yeah, I feel like it's fair if something's going on with him. Yeah,
Y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think.
because it just doesn't make sense. I feel like you have to not be right in the head for you to do something like this. Like,
Yeah,
if y'all haven't liked, comment, and subscribe, go ahead and do that now.
it's free to do so. Like I said, this was a sad case, sad story, whatnot. Y'all just gotta be more mindful, like, of other people's feelings, especially online, and
Yeah, don't be mean, because
you'll never know what a person go through for real outside of that, and you know what I'm saying, what their intentions are. So yeah, just like, comment, subscribe. It's free to do so. Yeah, another video.